Pioneer just bought Serato. Today on Serato's blog, Pioneer, also known as Alpha Theta Corporation, announced they'd acquired Serato. This news was a massive surprise, and I know this to be true because I didn't get an email from Digital DJ Tips or Crossfader within 12 seconds of the announcement. By the way guys, I'm keeping track of who's fastest. If you're a Rekordbox user, you might be thinking, so what? And if you're a Serato user, you might be feeling a bit nervous. Here are my thoughts on why in the short term you should probably be optimistic, but why in the long term I think Serato's days are numbered. Let's start with some positives from this announcement. When Rekordbox finally added stems a few months ago, we were jealous. Serato stems were like the Lamborghini you really wanted but couldn't quite afford. I think now Pioneer has access to this juicy Serato code, we'll start to see some improvements coming to Rekordbox, and this might be one area that we benefit. Equally, Serato might start to get some more Rekordbox exclusive features like the ability to export to CDJ compatible USB drives. But don't think Pioneer will do that out of the kindness of their heart. From this point on, I wouldn't expect Pioneer to add anything to Serato that could be seen as better than Rekordbox. I'd expect them to limit any new features to stuff that will bring Serato users closer to the Rekordbox ecosystem. And being cynical, I think is to soften them up for what's coming down the road. For now, Alpha Theta has said the Serato brand will continue to exist. But I think there's a hidden parenthesis here. It will exist as long as it's economically viable for Pioneer. One of the key drivers for acquiring another company is operational efficiency, but integrating a new company into an existing one takes time. And in that time period, it may be both platforms experience some benefits. The teams will be sharing knowledge, working together, and it will be one big happy family. Or at least nothing will get drastically worse. Until it does. Think of it this way. I've got Twitter, and now I've got Threads. They both allow me to talk about how many beer bottles I put in my recycling last week. But am I really going to continue to do the same thing in two places? And by the way, I cover all of this in a lot more detail in my newsletter, which I'll link to in the description. As someone that works in the tech industry, I know software is complicated. There are bugs to fix, features to build, and marketing to do. So why would Pioneer try and build, maintain, and try and sell two platforms that do the same thing? In my opinion, Rekordbox Serato is an inevitability. It's just a matter of timescale. Over the coming months and years, I predict Pioneer will plan a long-term roadmap that will help transition Serato users into the Rekordbox ecosystem. The libraries and databases will start to be able to talk to each other, and it will be possible to easily move from Serato to Rekordbox. The more smooth they can make that transition for DJs who have built their entire library in Serato, the easier it will be to kill it off. I posted a quick poll on the channel this morning to see if you guys thought this was good or bad for the industry, and it's pretty much neck and neck. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. The biggest concern I have right now is the monopoly Pioneer will have over the DJ market. Pioneer already own the clubs. Now they'll also own an even bigger slice of the home and scratch DJ market. Monopolies tend to increase prices for customers and reduce the innovation that can happen when there's lots of competition. Now Pioneer will be able to lock even more people into their Rekordbox ecosystem, even if they use Serato. Serato's always been the platform that's played nice with third-party manufacturers. Now I think there's a strong possibility Pioneer will lock this right down, so non-Pioneer gear can't be used with Serato either. Pioneer's also been pushing really hard on subscription-based services. For example, they recently finally added streaming to the CDJ 3000. But you have to have a subscription to use CloudSync, which it relies on. Expect to see more of this coming to Serato. But amidst the doom and gloom, I think a hero can rise. InMusic, who own Denon, Rain and Newmark, are the only real competitor left who can give Pioneer a run for their money. They're the only real ones that have a combined hardware and software offering in the form of Engine, and frankly they've already been forcing Pioneer to up their game for some time. I wouldn't be surprised if the acquisition of Serato was in some way designed to help catch up. Why spend time and money investing resources making Rekordbox better when you can just buy something else and plug it in? I've been a bit negative on Pioneer in this video, and maybe they'll surprise us. Rekordbox remains one of the most powerful pieces of DJ software out there, and it can be difficult to know how to get the most out of it. Here are 10 Rekordbox settings I think every DJ should know about.